Hello and a warm welcome to our June 2025 release preview. This release will be in your acceptance systems on Friday 6th of June, and that will follow into your live systems on Monday 16th of June. This month we've been busy continuing to improve our new timesheet module, as well as making other improvements to support our recent developments. To get the details on all of that and more, I'll now hand over to Jörg. Over to you.
Let's take a look at this month's improvements in this release. We have quite a few interesting things to show. One of them, the release highlight for this month, is an Explore feature that we implemented in the timesheet. I will talk to you about that in a few minutes. Let's first just take a look at the smaller ones. First one, we have implemented a change in the new timesheet module, where if ever there were hours registered on dates or rates that are no longer available in the timesheet because of changes to the assignment, they would always be corrected to 0. None of that has changed, but now we will be able to see them actually as being corrections in the timesheet. So that's a huge improvement for those cases. You can actually in the user interface see those changes happen. Secondary thing to timesheets, or the invoicing of it, we added a invoice grouping to be able to split your invoices on timesheets. This is useful for a couple of situations, but one of them specifically is in the case of timesheets that do not start on a Monday. Weekly split will always split from Monday to Sunday, so this way when you have timesheets starting on another day, you can also have them in your invoice grouping. And last one for timesheets is that we implemented now a change into our imports, where before we would import a timesheet based on the first day of that timesheet, which would traditionally be a Monday, and then put all of these hours on this timesheet, which would not always be correct. If, for instance, there is an assignment for one first half of the week and a new assignment for the second half of the week, for instance, when a month would roll over to the next month, it would try to put all of the imported hours on the first assignment, because that is the Monday of the import would fit on that first assignment. Now it will correctly put those dates to timesheets for each of these assignments. Another thing, we were working on an Idea Lab item to add an original start date field to assignments and preferred candidates. On assignments, this request was expanded on, so now this original start date field can be changed through an assignment change request in case the import, for instance, contained faulty data. And lastly, we added merge fields for the invoice PDF of the contact person email address, the contact person for this invoice email addresses. We already supported the name. Now we can also add the email address there. Make it easy to contact these people. Let's take a look at the release highlight for this release, which is what we call the Explore feature. And we implemented that in the timesheets as the first module to receive this. So why did we do this? The Explore feature at its core is a pop-up that we show to users when they first open a new module or a new page or a page where a new feature has been implemented. We want to point out exciting new things that we implemented, and also we hope that with giving users a small introduction this way, we can remove some questions that would otherwise reach super users or support teams. We will use this feature more often in the future. We just only have rebuilt the timesheet module now and have implemented that in here as of this release. Actually, as of last week, we already rolled it out for those customers that already used the new timesheet module. It contains a couple of slides with some new features. It will only be shown once to each user, and it will appear in their own language or in the language that they have set their VMS to. Yeah, and we only show slides that are relevant for the user. So what does all of that mean? I have a short demo that goes into that. So here we are on a home page. We open the timesheet list view, and immediately we can see that a pop-up is shown with a video that the user can pause if they want. They can also maximize it to get a better view, and this has a title and a little bit of text to help the user understand what they're looking at. We have a next button because we can see in the bottom that we have 3 slides here, and every slide will go into something different from what we want to show basically for this page. The button in the bottom has a little confetti icon, so when we click it, we celebrate all of these new features with a little bit of confetti. Opening a timesheet will pop up a similar thing, but now going into all the new features that we have in the timesheet. And yeah, it basically works exactly the same as before. And if we go now back to the timesheet list view like this, we will see that the pop-up is no longer popping up. The user has seen it. It is registered in the backend that this user will not see this pop-up anymore. And the same with a detailed view of the timesheet itself. So they've seen what they could see, and they will no longer be bothered by it. We did not yet implement, because we don't know exactly how we want to do that, we did not yet implement a way for the user to pull it back up. So once they closed it, either by skipping it or by going through all of the slides, there's no way right now for a user to get this same pop-up again. What happens when we implement another new feature on this page and we decide to implement a new slide, like an extra slide that is relevant for this user? They will then get the pop-up again, but only with that one new slide or with any new slides that we have implemented. So that's it. It looks like a small feature. This will be very helpful, we think, for our users. It will be part of our development process, so we will add all of these slides to our code base. It will always be there for our users to enjoy. Yeah, and we're excited to use it more and to get a little bit more professionality in rolling out these types of new features towards our end users. That's it for now. That's all I have for this release for you. More details again on Hello Native. You know where to find it. And I will see you guys again in about 4 weeks. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thanks, Jorg. That brings us to the end of the June release preview. On screen now, you can see the dates for the releases for the rest of the year. If you've got any questions on any of the features you've seen today, please get in contact with us. We'd be more than happy to take you through everything in more detail. We'll see you again next month, and until then, take care. Goodbye.